The device next to me is a pre-top-end AV receiver by Pioneer. And this device can be called almost perfect by very demanding movie lovers. This is the LX505 with an excellent design and truly magnificent capabilities. Learn more about the model in this video. Hello everyone, this is Pult Electronics and me, Deco. Let's go! Most likely you already know what an AV receiver is. And if you don't know, I'll tell you simply. It's the backbone of a home theater. It's a big box where all the signals, both audio and video, are decoded and processed. Then the picture is sent to the TV or projector, and the sound is amplified by the built-in multi-channel amplifier and sent to the connected speakers. Although modern AV receivers have gone far beyond this function, because AV receivers are the core of the music system as well, allowing you to use the most advanced technologies. The Pioneer LX505 is just such a device.
The LX505 is a cinema AV receiver with advanced additional functions. The cinema part contains all available decoders of multi-channel sound with the ability to flexibly adjust to the applied channel configuration. Up to 9 main speakers, including 4 ceiling speakers, can be powered through the built-in amplifiers. They can be accompanied by up to 2 active subwoofers. If you connect an additional 2-channel power amplifier to the multi-channel output, you can build a theater in configuration 11.2. This is the scheme 7.1.4. That is, 7 speakers on the horizon, 4 on the ceiling, and 1 channel low frequency with 2 physical subwoofers. If there is no possibility to put as many speakers in your theater, the unused outputs of the amplifier can be used for other tasks. For example, when building a theater according to the classic 5.1 scheme, the remaining 4 channels can be used for speakers for the second and third rooms, or to sound the second room, and the front pair of the theater can be powered in biamp mode for the most confident and powerful sound in stereo. The same applies to the additional low amplitude outputs from the preamplifier. They can be used to connect an external power supply for the theater using the 11.2 scheme, or to send the signal for external amplification to other rooms. The desired configuration can be set via a convenient on-screen menu. To connect sources, there are analog and digital inputs, including 6 HDMI ports with support for 8K or 4K video up to 120 frames per second, as well as 2 outputs, TV and projector. Adjustment of the connected speakers can be done manually, but it is more reasonable to entrust it to the excellent built-in automation, which, through the complete measuring microphone, will test the room and set the ideal values for all speakers in terms of volume and latency. And it will also perform frequency correction.
In fact, the cinema section of Japanese AV receivers was great even 5 years ago. They offered much more than most movie buffs needed. And furthermore, they could fulfill the most daring wishes of real movie fans. And although the claimed power of 120 watts per channel is kind of fake, because it was obtained traditionally for Asian manufacturers in modes far from real application. Nevertheless, the total output of the 505's power supply is more than 850 watts, which allows this receiver to fully sound a room up to 35 or even 40 square meters without going into distortion, if you choose speakers with sensitivity of more than 90 decibels and use powered subwoofers which will unload the receiver's amplifiers. And a huge number of settings and digital processing will allow your theater to sound correctly with virtually any speakers connected to this Pioneer 505. Only if it is not quite cheap junk and not some designer exotics like satellite speakers of the size of an orange. By the way, even if you don't make a full-fledged installation with ceiling speakers, the LX505 can emulate their sound. It turns out, of course, not as cool as with physical speakers, but if it's simply not possible to hang them, then why not? In short, in terms of a home theater, the Pioneer LX505 has everything really great. Undoubtedly. By the way, there is a lot of interesting things about the stereo as well. The device can play almost any files from a USB drive, or local content over the network, or streaming music from popular services. And also via Bluetooth with support of the aptX HD codec. And of course, you can listen to the usual external sources with analog or digital connection. Another automatic system, known as Direct Live, will help in correct adjustment of stereo sound to the peculiarities of the room. And for background sounding, you can launch the usual FM radio, which is also available here. You've already realized that this receiver has everything you could possibly need. Or have you? After all, this is not a top-of-the-line device. That's why it's time to talk about what you won't get. From the minor features, there is no USB DAC function for receiving audio streams from a computer, and there is no support for LDAC codec via Bluetooth. I'd name a few more drawbacks, but many of you will tell me, hey, you're too demanding for this price. And you'd be right. For this price, the Pioneer LX505 is a great machine. If you don't find it impressive enough, then increase your budget. But that's a topic for another video. That's it for today. See you later.